How's it going? My name is Barry, and today I will be reviewing, kind of from the title of the video as it says, I will be reviewing AEW Dynamite and Collision. I was able to go this past Wednesday. The time of recording this is Friday, so March 21st. I went 2 days ago to Dynamite, and I'm going to review it. I'm also going to talk about Collision too. I'll make sure to say when I talk about Collision, just because some people, spoilers and stuff. I'm hoping to have this video out later today, Friday. Might be a Saturday morning upload, but yeah. So before I actually talk about Dynamite itself, I wanted to talk about going to Dynamite with the blizzard. I was actually pretty lucky. It stopped snowing. It was still high winds, but it stopped snowing around like 5. The doors opened at 5:30, so with the Uber, able to get there 5:30. Perfect. Leaving was perfect. But yeah, that blizzard was no joke, man. I drove up on Tuesday night, got a hotel Tuesday and Wednesday night, because I saw that there was a blizzard warning and I wanted to go to Dynamite. Worst comes to worst, I just kind of wasted 2 days in Omaha, Nebraska area. But yeah, so the first thing I did when I got to the show was merch. I got 2 shirts. I guess I'll start, it doesn't really matter, but I got 2 t-shirts. I usually get micro brawlers for almost every Dynamite, but I didn't really like the micro brawlers. I thought the Mariah May one didn't really look that good, and I almost got Willow, but I decided for the shirts instead. The first shirt I got, which literally I went on my phone and looked at X and Instagram and saw that he was actually going to be there. A green Bruv Osprey shirt. I'm wearing the Osprey jersey. I got this in December when I went to Winter is Coming Dynamite. So yeah, I thought I'd get the shirt too. Just big old Bruv, nothing on the back. Yeah, just simple. And then the other thing I got, which was more on the lines of knowing he was going to be there, is Cope, Rated R Superstar Cope. I got the, I know there's like a name for these shirts. Maybe it says it. No. But it's one of the ones where it's like not a long sleeve. It's like a 2/3 kind of quarter sleeve. But hopefully I'm showing this well. But yeah, nothing on the back. But yeah, just Rated R Superstar Cope. There you go. Hopefully you guys can see that well. A Rated R Era, actually. It says Rated R Era Cope. But yeah, so second shirt for both these guys. I have Cope's first AEW shirt, because I was lucky enough to go to Title Tuesday and see his in-ring debut for AEW. So that was cool. Also, quick note, they have bags now. There's the bags. That's cool, because when I went to the Dynamite in December, they didn't have bags, but they have bags. Really cool. The merch selection was fine. I kind of wish it was more themed towards the people that were coming, but with the blizzard, that could have affected Dynamite in the shirts. But they had like Outrunners, which I know they've been doing stuff with the Omaha, I think it's Omaha University and stuff. So yeah, but enough chit chat about everything else. Let's get into the show. We start off Dynamite with the Fatal 4-Way, which is the international title eliminator, like #1 contender match. We had Speedball Mike Bailey versus Ricochet versus Orange Cassidy versus Mark Davis, and this was a really fun opener. This was a super fun match. One of the better Dynamite matches I've probably seen. This was so much fun. It was like 18 minutes. It was like almost the whole first, I guess the first like 1/4 quarter of Dynamite. But this is awesome, man. Mark Davis was looking like a beast. He's such a good big. Hopefully with the Don Callis family stuff, he'll kind of see success like Kyle Fletcher has, just as a solo rather than having to be in a team. But he's a good mid-card guy who can take pins, he can take some dubs. But Mark Davis was dope. Speedball, he was probably the most over guy in this match. Him and Orange Cassidy, it was maybe neck and neck. But Speedball, super over. Mike Bailey, his kicks are just so impressive, and he was great. Orange Cassidy was great as usual. Just this match was so much fun. The Orange Cassidy, like Mike Bailey kicks, the kickoff they kind of had, that was fun. Ricochet, doing he did a shooting star press at one point. Pretty sure he did a shooting star press, and kind of like trying to steal the win. He's such a good heel. He's been doing great work as a heel, and he did such good heel work in this match to the point where he can still wrestle really well, but his character work as well in the matches are great. And I really liked the ending with Speedball going for the back, kind of like the backslide pin, And then while he's in the pin, Ricochet also pinning Mark Davis, because Speedball's pinning Mark Davis, and they both got the pin. And then they announced that it is a triple threat match at Dynasty: Kenny Omega versus Speedball Mike Bailey versus Ricochet. Which I will say, if you told me that a few months ago that was happening, I would have been like, oh, okay, that's cool. But now that it's actually happening, it's like, oh shit, no, that's really cool. So yeah, great opener. Just super solid opener. A smart way to open the show, which then followed us to Mercedes Moné and Billy Starks. There was no in-ring promos on Dynamite, which I really liked. There's 2 backstage, which I'll talk about them after the Mercedes Moné match. I kind of forget the order they're in, but the 2 main ones I'll discuss after. But Mercedes Moné versus Billy Starks. It took them a while to announce this graphic on X. I know a lot of people were kind of like, okay, they said they're wrestling. Like, are they actually going to wrestle? They did actually wrestle, and it was really fun. It was a really good match. Billy Starks proved herself like she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And then I know she had a promo later, Mercedes Moné had a promo later talking about how basically like whoever trained her sucks, and that's Athena, so they're probably going to build towards that. But Billy Starks, not Ricky, Billy Starks, she showed out in this match, man. I haven't watched a lot of her. I watched her final battle match with Athena, and I've seen kind of clips of her, but I'm a fan. I think she did awesome. Mercedes Moné just being that cocky heel, just kind of not taking her serious. Then Billy getting a bunch of offense, then Mercedes kind of having to take her serious was good. Billy tapping too doesn't really hurt her just because it's her first, I think this might be her first Dynamite match, or at least her first title match for sure for AEW. And you're going against Moné, who's now 16-0, so, yeah. But match-wise, actually standing out, Billy, like, I think she went for an Alabama slam or some kind of slam, and Moné like whiplashed her head into the top turnbuckle. That was sick. Like, that was like disgusting. I was like, oh my god, hopefully she didn't just fucking destroy her neck. It looked vicious. But yeah, Moné won with the bank statement. I think is that what her finisher or her submission's called? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I am horrible with move names, but she made her tap out. I'm pretty sure that's the bank statement. I think she kept it the same. But yeah. And then the 2 promos we had was MJF. Kind of talking about Hangman, and then I'm pretty sure I don't really remember the promo. I kind of only saw half of it. I went to the bathroom for a part of it, just like the first part. But yeah, MJF promo was fine. It was on the screen, and then Hangman later declared for the Owen Hart, which was great because now that's Ospreay and Hangman Page and the Owen Hart. That's going to be a really good tournament. Might be the best tournament they have, which is shocking because last year's was really good too, and I think all of them have been really solid. But from there, we digress to the street fight. Holy fucking shit. By the way, I forgot to, I guess you've already seen them, but I'm going to have like, I don't know if it's here, somewhere on the screen, there will be pictures and maybe little videos of the matches I'm talking about, but this one will for sure have videos and pictures, like obviously they're all going to, but yeah, holy shit. This fucking street fight was insane. The video is probably playing either now or will be playing, but literally Mox was like arms reach away from me. It was insane. If you watch Dynamite, I might have the clip of, or maybe not the clip, but I might have a photo. Like, you can definitely 100% see me on Dynamite. I'm wearing the Cope shirt. I have like these jeans. Dude, it was insane. It was insane how close they were. The match was, I loved it in person, but I will say, as someone who was at the show, this was definitely a way better match live than it probably was on TV. On TV, it probably was just, I don't know. I saw Meltzer earlier today gave it 3 stars and 3 7/5 stars or whatever, 3.75. It live, this was way better. This is definitely one of my, I don't know, maybe I'm biased because I love Cope. I love street fights, and the spike spot was fucking insane. The spike spot was fucking insane, dude. Holy shit. Like, the fact that he got stuck in him, and then Wheeler tried to help him, and then Mox was like, no, like, and I think I saw it on X that he was like, hey, let's go to your like table spot, whatever. He was like, you got it. Luckily, they were able to actually like unimpale him, but yeah, that was disgusting. Mox also took a spear into the table. Wheeler Yuta went through a table. Cope took a paradigm shift onto the announce table. Just, dude, this was so much fun at live. Like, seriously, like this, like I said, the Fatal 4-Way was a really good match, and like that's pure wrestling. But this is just carnage. The match they should have had at Revolution. Just, I can't talk highly enough about this. I do rant about it, but I made a post on my Instagram, which my Instagram should also be somewhere on the video. It's at Bazooka Berry. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, appreciate that. Talk about wrestling over there, share live events, photos and stuff. So if you want to see more photos and videos from Dynamite and the Collision, go follow me at Bazooka Berry. It'll be somewhere on the screen. But yeah, that street fight was so much fun. I keep saying that, but it was so cool. Sadly, we didn't get to hear Metalingus at the beginning because they started in the backstage area, but that was cool. They went to the opposite because I was right near one of the tunnels because it's a hockey arena, so they have the tunnels for the hockey teams to kind of get on the ice and to their benches. So I was near one, which I'll talk about in Collision because that does come back. But this street fight was fucking insane. The spike shit is insane. That shit basically went damn near viral. Yeah, but Cope lost. Mox won with the choke out again, so Cope did not have to get pinned or submitted. I don't know, this is great. Even with that, FTR coming out, the Patriarchy coming out, Willow coming out to get Marina. Obviously the Death Riders came out. Claudio and Pac. Wheeler Yuta. I hate Wheeler Yuta, dude. Wheeler Yuta fucking sucks. He fucking sucks. But yeah, anyways, yeah, street fight was awesome. And then we get to the next match, which, I guess, yeah, that was a street fight. It was awesome. Just so sick. And then it's going to be Mox and Swerve at Dynasty. But, which is fine. It's kind of what I assumed. Because I doubt Cope would win the title and drop it in 3 weeks or beat Swerve. But we digress to AR Fox and Ospreay. This match was fine. It was fun. Little, impromptu kind of thing. Again, that got announced before the show. Kind of like an hour or so before the show, too. But it was fun. Shout out to AR Fox. He definitely, I think, was one of the guys who was kind of like, yo, put me in. Like, I know there's a blizzard. Let me get reps. Because he was also on Collision too, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, this was fun. Ospreay, quick dub, getting him some wins. It wasn't a quick dub, it was like 11 minutes, but it was cool. Hidden Blade, boom, 1, 2, 3. AR Fox is just super athletic, so he's always going to throw on a little fun match, but this was cool. And then this sent us to the main event, which was not the street fight, which was interesting. It was instead Megan Bayne versus Chris Statlander with Timeless Tony Storm on commentary. This was a fun match. I'm not gonna lie, when they announced the matches, because the 3 matches they had originally announced since last week was the street fight, which I was hyped for. The Fatal 4-Way, I was hyped for. And this match, I was kind of like, it's okay. But it did a lot better in person. Like, I don't know, maybe being live made me feel better about it. But, like, honestly, I thought it was going to be a okay match, compared to everything else that was announced. But no, this was right up there, like, solid main event. Awesome. Having 2 women's matches was awesome. Megan Bayne winning was great. I mean, she's definitely getting push. I don't think she'll win the title if they have the match at Dynasty, but the fact that they're kind of putting a lot in her right now is cool because she has a unique look. She's jacked, she's huge. She's like Chris Statlander, just I guess without tats. I mean, not in the sense of height and build, not like wrestling style, but it was cool, man. Her F5 is sick. I don't know what she calls it, but it looks cool. She does it really well. And yeah, and then Tony and her had an interaction at the end. Tony kind of cutting a promo on her, essentially sort of building that Dynasty match, because I don't think they'll do it outside of Dynasty. But yeah, and it was kind of funny. Behind the camera, I could see Aubrey, the ref, kind of doing this, trying to tell her to, like, hey, because they went over time for a couple minutes, but honestly, it was worth it because the match was good and Tony's promo at the end was good. And yeah, just overall, really fun Dynamite. Definitely top 3, 4 I've gone to. Just pure Dynamite wise, not counting adding Collision and stuff. But that was really fun. I'm happy I went. I was originally not possibly going to go because of the blizzard, but I'm happy I moved up my trip to Tuesday night instead of just driving up Wednesday because that would have been impossible. But yeah. So again, Dynamite, 2 thumbs up. Had a great time live. And now I'm going to talk about Collision. So if you don't want spoilers, depending on when this gets up, I'm hoping Friday night, Saturday morning. There's your time to stop watching. But now I'll be talking about Collision. So before Dynamite actually started, how they filmed it, because this week instead of just Collision, it's 2 1-hour episodes because of March Madness. It's Slam Dunk Saturday, Slam Dunk Sunday. Before Dynamite started, our dark match with the Max Caster Open Challenge, which Hook answered, and Hook won with Red Rum. It's like kind of, I think he did like a suplex or 2, instantly put him in one, tap out. That was it. So that was fine. But that was for Saturday. And then post Dynamite, we started with the Daniel Garcia Adam Cole TNT Championship match This match was fun. I really liked it. There's actually some pretty solid matches on Collision. Now, I guess the spoiler part. Cole did not win. They went to a time limit draw. It took all 20 minutes. But Cole was about to win. He was going to hit him with the knee. But he didn't. They announced the time limit draw. And it was interesting. They panned into Daniel Garcia laughing. So I'm not sure. Maybe Garcia will kind of become a heel a little bit. Maybe he'll be a little tweener. But kind of like laughing. Like, you didn't win. But it was cool. Good match. Not bad. And yeah, then that kind of went and took us to Julia Hart versus Queen Aminata. This match was fine. Julia Hart won, which was good. I know Queen's been having a good little like Collision run. She's been on Collision a good amount. She's been on Dynamite too, and I've always been impressed with her. I like Julia Hart a lot. Hounds of Hell, hopefully she can get a little push, because she was getting a push for a little bit. With like Sky Blue when they were kind of a thing. Hell, she was TBS champion. I'm pretty sure she was TBS champion, right? Unless my memory is just completely fried right now. But yeah, like I like Julia Hart, so her getting the win was good. And then the main event to Slam Dunk Saturday was Konosuke Takeshita with Lance Archer and Brian Cage versus Mark Briscoe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Rocky Romero, which they announced the graphics sometime during Dynamite or one of the commercial breaks or something. I didn't see that it was Rocky Romero, so when Rocky Romero came out with Mark Briscoe and Powerhouse Hobbs, I was like, oh, it's Rocky Romero, which was funny. But this was a really fun trios match. I'm happy Takeshita, Cage, and Archer won, because Takeshita definitely needs to get some W's back since losing Omega. The Murder Machines should have won against the Hurt Syndicate at Revolution, the Outrunners match. I don't know, should have just been a Dynamite match like the Guns, but instead they got the pay-per-view spot and didn't really deliver. That match wasn't fun. But hopefully Dynasty will see the Murder Machines versus Hurt Syndicate. But this was a fun one. Everyone did good. Rocky Romero was fine. He took the pin, which was kind of obvious. But Hobbs kind of continuing that sort of feud he has had since he's left the Doghouse family back in like December. Fun to see Mark Briscoe. Really no complaints. So yeah, I will say Slam Dunk Saturday as a whole show was a lot more fun to watch than Slam Dunk Sunday, in my opinion. But speaking of Slam Dunk Sunday, we're going to talk about that. So, Slam Dunk Sunday started with the Death Riders versus AR Fox and Top Flight. AR Fox, again, double duty, had Ospreay and the Death Riders, so shout out to him. He's facing some really important people when it comes to the AEW like hierarchy. But they had a trios title defense, which is nice because they like never defend the trio titles. Yeah. In the tunnel that I was next to, so we were talking about earlier how they started in a tunnel, Mox and Cope went through a tunnel. The opposite tunnel is where the Death Riders came out. And yeah, I was flipping off Wheeler Yuta saying, fuck you, I hate you, because I do not like Wheeler Yuta. I don't like Wheeler Yuta at all. He's like the one wrestler, AEW, WWE in general, that I just do not like. But I was flipping them off and just telling them they suck, and that was really cool. The match was fine. I didn't think it was anything too special, but it was cool. But I'm not gonna lie, this was starting, like once Slam Dunk Sunday started, dude, we were there for 3+ hours, and it's a lot when you're watching like really good stuff just constantly going. But this was, I feel like my energy was sort of down, so maybe this is a better match on TV, but live, I didn't really care for it. I don't like the Death Riders stuff anyways. Top Flight and AR Fox, I'm not invested in any of them. At the end of the match, Top Flight got attacked by Leo Rush and Action Andretti. That was whatever. And yeah. So then we move on to Johnny TV versus Bandito. I didn't really care for this match. It was fine. The actual in-ring stuff was fine. I like Bandito a lot. I don't like Johnny TV a lot. I like MXM Collection. So if they were like doing a trios thing, that would have been a little bit cooler. But yeah, Bandito wins with the, I don't actually know what he calls it, but he does like the flip. And then he comes like ricochet, like suplex thing. Like he ricochets himself in suplex. It looks fucking cool. But he won with that. It was fine. The match was fine. At the end of the match, because on Dynamite, Bandito said he was going to get his brother Gravity's mask back. Jericho comes out, cuts a promo. He says, what's more disrespectful than taking someone's mask, putting it on? He puts it on. They do some type of fighting sequence thing. I don't actually remember really what happened. But essentially, Bandito got Gravity's mask back. Yay, all's well in the Jericho Vortex, I guess. I don't know, they'll probably do a Gravity Bandito tag match. Hopefully it's against Big Bill, against Big Bill and Brian Keith. That would be ideal, but we shall see. Then from there, we go to the Harley Cameron squash match. Harley Cameron obviously wins. It was whatever. Harley Cameron's done well, It's good that she's at a point where she's having a squash match to get a W rather than being someone who's just taking a pin. But basically that just set her up to be on commentary for the main event, which I personally think live was the best collision match in general, which was Hologram and Commander versus the Beast Mortis and Dralistico. I really liked all 4 guys involved. I'm a huge Beast Mortis guy. I like Commander. Dralistico's cool. I hope he gets used more, and he has been getting used on Collision. And then Hologram's dope ever since he's came back. Ever since he's debuted, he's killing it. But this was fun, man. This was just Lucha Libre, high flying, cruiserweight, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's called Lucha Libre, but cruiserweight, high flying. This was awesome. And being the last match too, a lot of energy in the crowd, even with people leaving and it being like 11:15 at night Central. So East Coast, that'd be like 12:15. But being there for over 4 hours, having that, it was fun though. It was really fun. That was my favorite Collision match. The TNT title match and the trios with Takeshita was up there, but this was so much fun. Hologram and Commander win. They won with, I don't remember what Hologram hit, but Commander did the top rope walk, like shooting star press, which was really cool. And yeah, this was just so much fun. This was a really fun Collision match. Good main event. And really the only thing I personally enjoyed from Slam Dunk Sunday, it was cool seeing Bandito, but Johnny TV's just, I don't know. I think he's just not really important, but yeah. But yeah, there you go, guys. That was my Dynamite and Collision review for March 19th, 2025. Dynamite and Collision tapings. I had a really good time. This was one of my, I've gone to like 6 AEW shows, I'm pretty sure, since 2021. I've gone to 6 in total, not just 2021. In total, I've gone to 6 AEW shows, and this is up there for one of the better ones I've gone to. Probably like 3 or 4 for sure. Which I know doesn't sound like 4 out of 6, but I've been very fortunate to go to a lot of really fun Dynamites. But this one was up there, man. Like, definitely gonna remember it. The spike spot, I will not forget. Being like a foot away from Jon Moxley, if that, will not forget. Like, this is the Blizzard, I won't forget. But yeah, this was awesome. Super fun show. Had an amazing time. And yeah, and then quickly, so if you're done with the review, you can stop watching here. But I know this is my first video on this YouTube channel, so I guess don't really know what the YouTube channel is going to be. But for the people who want to subscribe and see what's up with me and what I'm doing here, if you came from my Instagram, because I'm going to put this on my Instagram, like that I uploaded, I'm making YouTube videos now because it's my first video on this channel and just in general. So if you subscribe, thank you for subscribing. Check out my Instagram if you want to see more photos and posts of my Collision and Dynamite. And yeah, so kind of quickly just talking about the channel, I want to do a room tour because I have all that, and I have a lot of stuff set up, so I definitely want to do a room tour, and a lot of just more reviews like this are coming. I'm going to TNA next week. I'm going to TNA tapings. In April, I'm going to Raw. In May, I just got Backlash St. Louis tickets. I'm super hyped for that. There's also a Collision that's coming pretty close to me in May as well. I might go to that. GCW is coming close to me in June. So a lot of shows, a lot of reviews. I might do an autograph collection. Just kind of want to just have fun with this YouTube channel and, document my stuff. And yeah, so thank you for watching. If you subscribe, I would please appreciate if you subscribe and hit the like button, and then go follow my Instagram because I'm way more active on Instagram. Like, I don't really know how much I'll be posting here, but on Instagram I'll be posting like weekly just about wrestling thoughts, like my thoughts on Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, certain moments that happen, Collision, matches. I do pay-per-view reviews on Instagram. I could maybe do them on YouTube, but I like doing them on Instagram. But maybe YouTube, maybe this, if I enjoy being in front of the camera, like I have been with this video, maybe I will. But again, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good day and stay safe.